Hey guys, welcome back to the garden. I am an Indian runner duck, as you can probably see. These are my preferred weapons of choice when it comes to dealing with slugs in the food forest. Not so much the food forest perhaps, but in the garden. So I want to talk a little bit about that because actually normally I don't do anything about slugs and I don't usually have a problem. But anyone with a garden this year will know that this is mad, crazy slug year, and actually so many slugs in my garden also that I think I need to do something. So this is a video about it and a little bit about how I do it. Actually, the reason why I don't usually do anything about slugs in my garden is because our garden is full of these beauties, these snails, and they eat the eggs from this Iberian slug that's really a problem, this brown slug that's everywhere. And these guys, I mean, I love them. They don't eat my plants in the same way. But the Iberian slugs are always eating some of my favorite plants, and especially young shoots and small plants that you have planted out. Actually, my neighbors, they planted out 200 of their annual vegetables, and they were gone in one night. So they have actually invested in Indian runner ducks. We don't have space for ducks, and we don't have time to look after them. So I am the duck in this system. And this guy is doing most of the work usually. And also, if you have a perennial vegetable garden, your perennial vegetables are already established. So when the slugs come out, they are big enough to withstand a little bit of eating without dying. So this is why, again, there's a resilience in a perennial garden setting much more than if you really have these tiny fresh slug feast plants that are your annual vegetables. So this guy I'm gonna put down, and hopefully eventually it will eat some eggs from this brown slug that you see here. And this is my preferred weapon of choice. Please notice how well it's made. I made it with brown packing tape, and it's like a quite wide scraper. I don't know what you call it. It's not a scraper, squidgy, but it's for walls, and yeah, you know what it is. And this one allows me to actually hack. I'm just hacking all of these slugs in two, and I don't have to. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have to bend. I don't have to do anything. In this small garden room, I go in the morning, and it's maybe 100 in here, and then I go around the pond, and it's another 200-300. So I do that morning and evening. And I simply, because I want to reduce the number of slugs that will potentially be laying eggs in the garden. And I'm thinking at least 10,000 I need to remove from the system to regain some kind of balance. It's been too wet and too warm, so they are the happiest they've ever been. It's really annoying. So this one, I mean, I've got a blister from from cutting slugs, but actually I just take a walk in the evening. It's not the best thing I do, but it has to be done. And I'm thinking, if I take out 10,000 slugs and they each produce at least 10 eggs, then it will be 100,000 slugs less next year. So it's really worthwhile to do it now before they start mating and laying eggs. I should say probably we're in the middle of July, and I could have taken you out, or I wanted to take you out on a rainy day, but the camera is not really happy about that. So we have a rare sunny day, which is really enjoyable. So I want to show you some other things that are super, super lovely in the garden right now, because the pond is looking so amazing. So this is my route. I have different areas where I know they are coming out, and not so many right now because it's midday, and but actually taking the same route twice a day would really helps, because they are eating each other. So I'm leaving the dead ones in the grass, and then when I come back in the evening, they are getting eaten by their peers. so it's easy for me, and sometimes I can take 3 with one blow, which is like not delicious, but it has to be done. I want to show you this other side of the pond, because it is so pretty right now, and also because it is like a really beautiful, very lush area, and actually we do very little work here. So it's we take a brush cutter and go all the way around the pond once a year in winter. Oh, sorry, I gotta do it. And actually it's so pleasing to me. It's so much beauty with so little work. And right now these Høstanemone, I should know it. I know it in English, but I can't find it in my poor mind. But this is just so pretty. And water lilies, of course, and Læge, Alant, that yellow one, we call it Tusindstråle, also like 1,000 rays, so which is a very sort of fitting name, I think. But you see, these are all plants that can stand their ground, sort of. So meaning one go with a brush cutter, and we have all of this flowering, all of this beauty going on. And I just love it. And I also, it's actually one of the things I enjoy with my morning and evening trips around the pond to cut the slugs, is that I see all the insects that are around this pond. It's full of different kinds of dragonflies. Probably you can't see them, but I wish you could. So many different kinds, and some are mating, and sometimes you can see them laying eggs in the pond. They lay, it looks like they are laying one egg at a time, and then whoop, and another one and another one. And I mean, it is just lovely, isn't it? And that's my take on it. Probably next year, I hope we don't get as many, but I might have to do it again to regain a balance where the snails can actually manage the population of slugs. They can't this year, apparently. So I'm an Indian runner duck, and thanks for watching. See you later.